Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. We're running at 6060, close enough. We're still doing a bit of stuff, but clearly not enough to cause any concern whatsoever to 6060. Well, minimal, let's put it that way. What does this say? Update is 15, so it's below the 16.6. That should represent 6060. Although having this up itself does use a little bit. So what are we going to do? Well, after not yesterday, but maybe yesterday in terms of when you're seeing them, I finished off laying this all down because one trip of the supply train delivered everything, so I have finished all of this. But now we need to detail the train stops. Let's just see. So that's just called PU load. These ones should probably be delineated slightly differently. So maybe PU2 load. PU2 load. Whoops. Load. There you go. And copy that one over to here. Back to map mode. So basically the plan is to get these up and running and get them up and running and start up Fusion Reactor this episode with a bit of luck. What do we call these other ones? PU Red 2. So we've got PU Red 3 and we start at green 5. I guess this will be PU Red 3. Is that the way it went? Yep, the numbers at the end. Okay. So you are PU Red 3 as in red circuits. You are PU green 5. You are PU green 6. This is so that we can direct trains here directly. PU green 7. And PU green 8. And PU red 4. Right, now, do you guys have train counters? It looks like there are. They should be fine, but these other bits are probably not. We need train publishers times about 6. And we can only make 5 before we're going to run out of red circuits. Well, let's make those 5. Now, where are we going to source green circuits from? Probably ideally from this one. Let's have a look at our options. GC1, 2, 3, that's not great. There should be another green circuit in here. There is GC2, and then it uses this one at the end. I could always rework that. Yeah, let's rework this one. So it should be GC3. Oh, that's right. There is a bug in this that I haven't resolved yet, which I know about. GC2 wait, and then GC1 wait. GC1 wait, there you go. if we go to G now, it has this external one first. I actually meant to do that earlier. It would have prioritized green circuits from here in preference to the ones that draw on the iron. It probably could have helped us with our issues earlier. This one up here, well, we could certainly swap those two around, but I might just leave it. So that means we'll use G for our green circuit priority, and that should be filled pretty much immediately. For some reason it hasn't been. GC3 weight, where is it? That's interesting. Why are you doing this? Trains on the way is less than P. Oh, it's because it's unloading. I do have a revised version of this that you don't need to read the train contents, amongst other things. So yeah, we're going to get the same treatment here, but this should have red. This should have actioned one, and has. I don't know why that request is still active. This trains on the way has never been. Maybe we don't actually have the trains on the way counter. We did have it. Doesn't seem to be working properly though. Let's recreate these. So, the red wire, which I cleverly don't have any of, we'll get this working soon, guys, don't worry. This is why it's still closed alpha. It is getting better, but it is still closed alpha. The simple bits of it just have to work properly for people. They can't have concerns, or, you know, it just has to work in a predictable way. So, how many of these have we got on order? 18. Awesome. I don't really want 18 on order. You can go away. How many have you got on order? 7. Awesome. Now, over here. Oh, may have had that correct already. Let me just check actually. So there's the red circuit. Is there another red circuits? Or do we just use the one? Maybe we just use the one. Yeah. Train on the way. That one seemed to work better. So yeah, we just had to replace these items, which they're going to be integrated with publisher stations in the next version, which I haven't rolled out into this environment because there's a lot of stuff to replace if I do that. Why don't you go away? How many more of you? 17. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it? Here they all are. Oh dear, oh dear. Go away. No, that's not going to work, guys. Come on, let's not do it that way. Okay, train counters. I only have 2. I should have grabbed some more red circuits while I was over there, so let's do that. You can go away. You can go away. It is a bit of a hike back here to the supply station, but oh well. I don't want the infrastructure echoed absolutely everywhere. Don't know if I need those. Let's grab those. Nope. Yeah, let's put some into the trash, isn't it? Alright. Train counters. We need at least another one, and we need at least another publisher. Red wire. Set up all of this manually. Trains on the way is less than P, then order G. And the same here. Go away. 13 more to go, and over here basically the same deal. Trains on the way, less than P, order red circuit. Got one. How many of these got? I've each got at least one. That's good. You can just go away. Oh, actually, go there. Go to the fuel stop before you run out of fuel somewhere. Go away. Now, we also obviously need to get the sulfuric acid in here. Go away. So, we need a train counter. And a train publisher. Oh, this name is all wrong. That's not going to work. We're going to have to rename this thing. Pu sulfuric 2 perhaps. Pu sulfuric 2. Let's whack down that publisher again. This hopefully will work. Trains on the way, less than P. Order sulfuric acid. Something's not happy there. Okay, so that means there's no sulfuric acid up here. That would be right. One's refueling, and yeah, we've got two sitting by battery sulfuric acid because they're dummies. Neither of them are actually needed there, probably, because it was playing up. Battery sulfuric acid is over here. These are full. This guy is going down slightly, but very, very slowly, so why don't you just get out of here? $189, huh? Oh, that sorts that out. So, as soon as there's enough sulfuric acid, which with nothing else moving here might be an issue, although in theory this one shouldn't have come through until there was enough sulfuric acid in here for it to make some sense. Heavy is causing issues over here. This is not functioning the way that it should. At all. Fixed up all the rest of the lube. Do I have construction robots in range? Yes. So, if we get rid of that, then we should be able to grab this, which is what we actually need. Even though we're nowhere close to it. Plant that there. And now, heavy should start being relieved. This should start turning into action. And we should be getting a little bit of sulfuric acid being made. There you go. There's a fix-it. While we were somewhere completely different. We'll have to just leave that one. Now, what's this? You can just get out of there. There should be a supply station over here. There is. It should be labelled. I guess I'll give it a different label to the other one. What did I call the other one? Processing unit PU wait. This can be PU2 wait. And PU2 wait. So if we go into blue, we should be able to go PU2 wait and add it in. There. Update. So now it'll take from both. And the only other thing that we need to do is, aside from just telling that to get out of here, no more trains are due. No more there. Just 2 more there. One more here. Okay. We need bots in here. How many bots do I have over here? Probably quite a lot. 1600. And 1600. Alright. Let's go and get some bots for them, because it would be unfortunate if they don't work because of bots. There may already be some bots sitting here. 7,600, so that's probably pretty good. Oops, I don't want to be ordering stuff. In there, and oops, it's full. Oops. I don't really need that stuff at the moment, but never mind. Okay, so I don't know, let's just start with, say, 2,400. See if that's enough. Auto trash needs to be removed. Put 1,200 on each side, see if that will manage, because I think that 1,600 dates to before we did the bot capacity. So it is certainly true that it should use. Oh, we're getting sulfuric acid. That is kind of good. Why is this one constantly ordering? Is it because we don't have a wire from there to there? Yes. And what about up here? No, that one, those read directly the contents, whereas this is just reading the logistic network itself. Alright, 350, 700, 1,050, 1, 2, 3, 1,200. And down here, 350, 750, 1,050, 1, 2, 3. There you go, 1,200 there as well. Why are these ones not working? Oh, it's because they do not have any acid. There we go. Now they all have acid. Let's have a look at production numbers. We're already up to 9,000, almost 10,000. This will only be these stacks. They should get to over 11 by themselves pretty quickly. 9 is 10. Not sure why it's not already at 11. Oh, it looks like there's a few that don't actually have their request chests. Oh. Is this on all of them? No, it may have only been those 3 machine. No, here we go. So that would suggest it should be on all of them. Better look a little bit more closely then. Here we go. A whole row or column missing the essentials on all the stacks. That had somehow slipped my notice. Okay, I think I need some green inserters to complete that. No, I don't want more. Auto trash. Right. Get these inserters in place, and then hopefully the number will get up to where it should be. Might be missing some other inserters around here as well. Just the other side now. We can navigate our way through. There we go. Now what's production doing? 10,000. Come on, a little bit more. Thanks. Come on, you know you want to. There's no reason this should underperform the other stack. Should get to 11. Is there any other reason? Can I see any others not working? You can just check products finished. Do not know. Still only 10k. It might be we actually need those extra bots. No, that doesn't look like it. might even be some of them are slowing down. No, I wouldn't have thought so. Well, alright, the other thing that we need to do is set up some trains to come and pick this up, and then set up our fusion reactor build. Hopefully we have time for that. I don't want this to go on forever. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. What's left? Stuff can stay. Let us go to engineering. We don't need to unload. Everything's under control. Still not getting to 11, but never mind. We don't need to get to 11. 11k. I'm sort of basing this on a total of 20k, so 2 lots of 10, which would be sufficient. But it is a little bit disheartening that it hasn't. Well, it's certainly using those quite quickly. Where are we up to? We're going through the bypass. How's our fuel holding out? Pretty well. You do actually eventually burn through even the nuclear fuel, but it takes a while. And that's the steel. We have a full supply of steel, as I guess you'd expect. What are the other things that are being produced? We're getting a little bit of iron plate. I guess that's just providing the green circuit replenishment for the processing units at the moment. And we'll come over here to our nursery, where we are going to need to make some space. Why don't I get rid of these things that we simply don't need? We've got too many of those, we've got too many of those, we've got too many of those. I even have too many of those and those. And those. Let us order 6, say 12. We only need 3 of these in total. And 16 wagons. Whoops. That wasn't quite what I had in mind. That's it. So, the other PU trains are basically PUL to PU weight. So, down here, it should be PU2L to PU2L weight. PU PU2L until inventory full, PU2 weight until circuit condition, copy, go. We don't need those anymore. Very good. Alright, off you go. And finally, And off you go. Right. Now, how did I... Oh, no, it's the supply train. Okay, let us head now to SpaceX components, because it's time. It's time to get on with this show. We need to finish the fusion reactors. Which, to finish, obviously, you need to start. So we'll start first and make the most of our newfound supply. How are these doing? They have 403,000 plus what's sitting here, which is a train load, plus these train loads, so we should be able to get some up in the sky pretty quickly. The other facility is this is probably one of the trains for it. I need a radar down here, obviously, because I'd like to see all of this. But I'm guessing this one is going to come running around and into here. Here we go. Shouldn't take it too long. Maybe that will spike the production up. No, for some reason it's not. I'd have to check that every one of these has a full 16 beacon sources, well, 16 effect sources, which includes the 4th in it, so it's 12 beacon sources. Here we are at SpaceX components. So the question is, how many fusion reactor machines do we build? And what else do we need here? So we need the processing units one. That's the only one that we actually need. Let's get a... Oh, I didn't realise I had 40 train publishers sitting in there. So let's put a train publisher into effect there. If trains on the way is less than P, we will order processing units that 30,000. We've got a -1, so we don't need to order any just yet. That's okay. So up here, we need to get rid of that without our bots, so that we don't end up picking it up. Let's see if there's room in here for some of those things. You need to order in, say, 500 of that. How did that work? Has that helped? Sort of. Let's see if that helps. Almost. There we go. Okay. So and you are going to make fusion reactors. So none of these things are useful. You probably only need one source of request, and you're going to be throwing portable fusion reactors in as fast as you can. I don't know what number they stack to. Let's actually increase that to, say, 100. Now, how many portable fusion reactors can we actually build? We can only get 5 inserts. We may as well get all 5. You to make portable fusion reactors. That's just dumb. We're not going to put 8.4 thousand in there. We're going to put 200. So that is what we need. Oops. Down here and on the other side. And these can each order, say, 200 blues. Oops, we can have more. So this should fairly quickly spike our processing unit demand through the roof. Let's just make sure we have it all. Why have you not? Because you have all of. Oh, right. Okay, so now it is processing units in the amount of 25, 25, and this is the only one that has a valid request. So that will be processing units greater than 0. That's full anyway. Okay, these ones. It's only 250. Right, let us just see what we shall see. Have we got any orders happening? This should be basically nil. We've got a P there. We've got one underway. I think we are going to bump up the number that we want to at least 2. Let's see what production is doing. We still have mediocre production, but I guess that's just the first train. Let's check how our trains are actually going. All of these trains are now gone, but there's still so much here that they're doing nothing in the original stack. In the new stack, there is one train sitting here. There's one train on its way, and there's one train here filling up. And this side is just rebuilding here. So over here we have two trains on the way. We have one train that has just unloaded. Okay, let's increase that number again to 3. There, we now have 3 trains on the way. Excellent. Has that spiked this yet? Well, it's 11. That's better. Have we actually built one yet? No, because we need... How many do we actually need? 1,600. We seem to be building them quite quickly though. I kind of calculated in my head this was going to be about 8 hours. That would give me some time to build some other things, but we are a quarter of the way through one already, it looks like, so I am not entirely sure if that is going to be the case or not. Do we have these guys lining up? There's one. Production 11,000. 12,000. I would like to see the production spike up to 20,000. So this one is slowly picking up. It's actually started doing something, not a lot. This one is still basically going flat out, it looks like. So we've got one unloading, one on its way, one in the wait area, and up here we have one in the wait, one coming back, and one in like the processing unit's wait. With a bit of luck with this one that's coming back, that will start spiking up processing unit capacity, or however many they're making, to some absurd degree. But these things are all buffered up at this point, so it does take a little while for it to filter across, I guess. How's that? Just 12k still. Well, it could take a little while for this to actually build up momentum to a decent number, so I guess we'll leave it there, guys. But we've achieved our objectives. We have a new processing unit facility. We have the fusion reactors being built, seemingly quite quickly even. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. So thanks for joining me for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.